A warm welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. This is going to be the last video of the day for me. This is a preview of our grand final after 4 rigorous heats of testing products and eliminating products. We've got through to a final lineup of 10 products, and I want to walk through them and talk about my expectation of how these products are going to perform and why they might potentially win or why they might potentially get weeded out. It could be totally wrong. Until you crunch it, you just don't know what's going to happen. But tell me if you agree with this and what we've learned about these products. So we know this is a divisive product that some people love and just say this is all you need. This is all you need. What no? So if ever I do any video with detail sprays and don't add this, people are like, what? No Sonax BSD? Even though we must have reviewed this about 20 times in 20 different lineups over the years. People, if it's missing, people go nuts. We know this product is a very hydrophobic material that maintains its beading well on car panels. We know that lots of people mix it down with water and all sorts of other chemicals like you guys. I mix my Sonax BSD with Bead Maker or like all these other products because you think if this beads well and you take a product that's slick, if you mix them together, you're going to get the best of both worlds. It doesn't work like that. Don't mix chemicals together when you don't know what's in them. Just don't do it. I could do a video explaining why. I've already talked about it. You know, it's not a good idea to do that. Maybe detergents is a bit less risk, but you know, still risks with that. Yeah, don't mix them unless the brands kind of give you instructions to mix across their ranges and stuff like that. I'm going all serious. The problem with this product is we know it's going to excel in beading durability. It's going to do well at value for money. So half the test criteria, we know it's going to be strong, maybe top. But I don't think it's going to excel at gloss. We know it's very unslick, if there's such a word, sticky. And the user experience, because of that, is really compromised. So that's why it's a game of two halves. And I don't predict that any compromised product can be the overall winner. How the hell did it get here then? Well, yeah, I don't know. It's here. It's iconic for a reason. It probably should be in this final. If it wasn't, Jesus, they'd have hell to pay. Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Pro, graphene infused tech wax, or not tech wax, flex wax. So yeah, this product, there's a few of you saying it's going discontinued, although you can still buy it from Turtle Wax here in the UK. If it is, I think that'd be a shame, and I don't know why. It's a versatile product, we know that. We know it also actually is deceptively beady and quite durable, like more than I remembered it for, you know, years ago. I thought it was more detailery, but it is more flex waxery. Sorry. The problem with it is it's so rich in actives, it needs that wet buff, and I wonder if that's part of the reason it's being withdrawn. I don't know, I'm guessing. They've got so many spray waxes, Turtle Wax, maybe it's just a spray wax too many for them. And yeah, it's a shame. It does seem to do really well in friction testing as well, maybe because of the graphene. Maybe there's something in it, in that tighter web. But I got a feeling this won't be a front runner. I don't know. I don't know though, actually. I mean, it really has good, pretty monster durability in comparison. Moving on next onto the Griots though. It's not badly priced within this lot, which are all can be a bit pricey. The Griots is a bit pricey. The Griots has a trick up its sleeve that it seems to cling onto the panel really well, even though it's not as hydrophobic. So it's probably rich in the material which bonds. It says it's a ceramic 3-in-1 wax. I'd be surprised if there was any wax in that, but I don't know. Could go SDS stalking. Don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Probably needs to do a bit of SDS stalking, actually. I got a feeling it's going to get out-beaded, it's going to get out-slicked, it's going to get out-priced, it might get out-glossed. I'd be surprised if this one can make it. I don't know. Yeah, it might not get outlasted, though. So if it can hang on in those other tests, it's all in with a shout. They're all potentially in with a shout. Autoglym, this product is slick and noticeably slick and has a noticeable roll down angle after it's set. It's not the most hydrophobic and it's not actually the most durable up in this elite field. I think it's going to get outgunned, and it's not cheap at its full retail price. I think it's going to get outgunned. Yeah, yeah, it's just my prediction. Now, both these products quite similar. Good SiO2 ceramic detailers at sort of reasonable prices. They're actually not as bad as you think, because you get 750ml or whatever. You get more for your 20 quid or whatever they cost. You know what I mean? If they were 500ml and their price, then they'd be probably too expensive. But they're actually not that bad value for money for the test. In real world terms, there's deals on these all the time. You get this for like 12 quid sometimes, which makes it actually very cheap. But yeah, that's the thing with these big brands. They're kind of, the prices can vary so much. Both of these, I would suggest, are reasonably strong favourites to do well for me. I know they're up there with the BSD beadage. I don't know how long they're going to last when we really do all this durability testing. But, you know, that comes into play. But well, from what I've seen, they're pretty decent. I'd probably say the Meguiars might last a bit longer than the Sonax, but who knows? Yeah, now we move away from the giant brands to smaller brands, and perhaps the smallest brand in here, the less known about brand, the brand that I've never really reviewed before up until this test. And this product, yeah, blew my socks off. Like £10.95, totally understated label, like just a quick detail. It's just another quick detail. Just there's another quick detail. It's just going to be a quick detail. I'm going to be saying like, yeah, it's all right, but there's millions of them. No, that is slick as hell. It's really slick, and it's good. It's a proper full-blooded, full-throttle SiO2 ceramic, if you want to use the word ceramic, SiO2 detailer. That's a good, powerful chemical that can mix up with the big boys. Now, this is going to be in with a shout, isn't it, on paper, in some senses, because it's cheaper than all these others. It won't be quite as zingy and hydrophobic as a lot of these big hitters, and I'm not sure if it will last as long as these big hitters on the panel. Interesting though, because it's pretty good in that sense. It can hold its own. It's going to come down to whether that slickness is good enough. It might there's other slick products in there like these two that might dock it marks, so it can't get ahead of these big brand beefers. Get the idea. So yeah, this one's probably in with a shout. I really like that product. I love the fact it's £10.95. Now, the Carbon Collective didn't perform well on slickness, but and it's not a monster bead or a monster durability, so it's not quite as turbocharged as some of this lot. So this is an underdog for me. It might get crushed, or it might hold its own. I don't know. I just don't know. You know, it's ironic that we're talking about it getting outperformed on all of these things, that it was so strong on its heat. It's quite durable and it's quite beady, but not to the level of some of these. And I think I touched on that it might struggle in this final, but to get here is a good achievement. You could echo what I said about Carbon Collective over to the Feynlab. But the Feynlab was extremely slick. That wasn't. So the Feynlab might be a bit more similar chemically to the Sugar Coat. It might outperform the Sugar Coat. It's capable of doing that. I don't know. Until you side by side them on the same test, you don't know. But I see these two chemicals as exceptional. One of the differences is that the Sugar Coat is a lot cheaper. That's about $18.95. That's $10.95. So when we compare these, if that chemical can match the performance at that price point, then it's going to be in with advantage. However, this brand have masterclassed the user experience and the labeling and everything, and they haven't. And we factor that in, guys. We factor it all in. Whether you like it or not, we factor it in. We're looking for excellence in every area, not just the chemical. And it just goes to show, like, things like not thinking about your label when you're testing, and it's all so utterly close, could cost that product, which would be a shame, because they're things that are easier to get right with less effort. Getting the chemical perfect is like, it's like the mad scientist thing, isn't it? That could be a lifelong pursuit. Yeah, so getting the chemical good, but the labelling wrong. They've got the labelling right, the chemical good, but it's going to be more expensive. This one here could be in with a shout if it can keep up with these two, maybe out slick them, all that sort of stuff. Similar price, their label is right. That could be another dark horse. That's the wild card. Again, it might get out-grunted. It might get out-grunted, if you pardon the pun. So this is all great fun, and like the anticipation's building in my little pea brain about how these products are going to perform. And I thought I would share that with you, because then once we've got all the results and we go through it, it will make the testing a lot more interesting. But yeah, really enjoying battling my way through to this grand final, and it's a good lineup. No such thing as perfect though, is there? But I'm looking at that lineup and I think the big brands have got, they're savvy. They know about how we look at their products, and they know how to chemically put in that performance. And some of these brands have figured it out as well, or maybe just gone for it. You know, I'm sure all these brands are capable of delivering that, what we're looking for and what we're testing here. But these ones ultimately haven't quite made the cut. Yeah, that's it. So if you can't stand the anticipation, or if you can, or you can't, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow to see the grand final. And you can go back and see all the old heats in our product reviews and best product playlists on the channel homepage. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Doug.